This is the Louie T Network.
In the Lab Room.
Who else could it be but me, your man, Louie T? Welcome. You are in the Lab Room, of course. I am your host, Louie T. Thank you for joining me on this program. Playoffs? Yeah! You're damn right, it's playoff time. And everybody's journey to the postseason is different. And that is the case for the number 3 seed in the NFC, the Minnesota Vikings. This is their road to the playoffs. After a disappointing loss in Week 1 to the San Francisco 49ers to open up the season, they had an equally gut-wrenching loss, but somewhat gratifying loss in Week 4 versus the Denver Broncos heading into their bye. That put them at 2-2 going into the bye week, but there was a sense of confidence coming from that loss to the undefeated Broncos that you felt like this team was starting to build something in Minnesota. Off of that bye week in Week 5, the Vikings proceeded to win 5 straight games heading into their monumentally huge matchup versus the Green Bay Packers at 7-2. That loss in Week 10 to the Packers, 30-13, was a gut punch that would send this Vikings football team reeling to their lowest point of the season. Included in that loss was a stretch where the Vikings lost 3 out of 4 ball games and all of a sudden looked very vulnerable as a team that could make it to the postseason. In that 3 of 4 loss stretch was the worst loss of the season, a 38-7 thumping at home to the hands of the Seattle Seahawks. After that loss, they go on the road on a Thursday night and lose once again, this time in much closer and competitive fashion to the Arizona Cardinals, which gave them that same feeling you had after the loss to the Denver Broncos on the road. That was a competitive loss. We were in that ball game. We feel good. We think we can compete with the best of the best in the league. And they ran off 3 straight victories to finish up the season, including that NFC North clinching division win in Green Bay at Lambeau over the Packers 20-13 to solidify their first NFC North championship since 2009. And finish up the season at 11-5, and all of a sudden this Minnesota Vikings team is playing with probably the most confidence they've had all season long. Now the question begs, at the number 3 seed versus the number 6 seed Seattle Seahawks, can this team overcome all of the adversity it's faced this season with injuries and things of that nature and beat a team that came to this very stadium where this game will be played on Sunday and avenge their ugliest defeat of the season to the 2-time NFC champion Seattle Seahawks? We shall see. That's the Minnesota Vikings and their road to playoffs.
There's plenty more where that came from. While you're here, subscribe to the channel. If you want more Louie T, be sure to follow me on Twitter at In The Lab Room, or you can like the Facebook page at In The Lab Room. That's In The Lab Room on Facebook and at In The Lab Room on Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so.
Mm-hmm.